Let's talk. Whether the subject is news anchors, garage sales, or the love boat, it's something you'll hear about when we all play Talkabout. And here's the man who has everybody talking, Wayne Cox.
Hi, John. Hi, Rose. Hi there. Thank you, Dean Hill. Oh, boy. I hope you're ready for some fun. We certainly are. Here on Talkabout, we ask contestants to talk about people, places, and things, and the more they talk, the better their chances of winning. So let's meet all the people who would love to win on today's show. Here they are. Paul, Chris, come on out. John and Rose, say hi to everybody. Start with our champions first. Paul and Chris, congratulations. You got a game under your belt. We got a game in progress right now. Paul, you're the captain. Talk about your partner, Chris.
Oh, this is my best friend, Chris Brown. He's an avid Star Trek fan, and he idolizes Captain Kirk.
Ooh, yeah. All right, Chris, talk about Paul here.
My best friend Paul, and he's an avid connoisseur of television.
Yeah, just in general? Just any kind of television? Yeah. You're just hooked. You're wired on that, huh? Okay, well, we're happy to have you here. All right, Paul Jameson and Chris Brown. You sometimes, it's like you don't even believe this is going on. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk to Rose Kishi and John Furtado. Is it safe to turn my back? Yes, it is. All right, Rose, you're the captain of this team. Talk about your partner, John.
Well, John is my friend, and he likes to travel, and we're planning a cruise together with our spouses.
With your spouses, yeah. Because the last time we talked, we did establish the fact that you were both married, but not to each other.
Right.
So I thought, boy, this partnership is really roaring along. You're going on holidays, and well, that sounds like fun. John, talk about Rose.
Well, Rose works as a computer clerk. She teaches fitness in her spare time, and she's currently training for a triathlon.
Good stuff. Ooh, that's tough work. All right. So is this game. We'll see how you do. All right. We've talked about our players. It is now time to talk about other subjects. For each, we have a list of 10 words that we think people will use. And when one team is isolated, the other team will talk about a subject. Every time they uncover one of our words, we put a point in the pot and remove that word from the list. The other team will eventually get to see when they try and guess the subject. Now, 15 points wins the game. We're in the middle of the game right now. Now, Paul and Chris, you've had a chance to talk in this game, so I'll ask you to walk, please. Do some listening, because you stole some points away, 6 of them, as a matter of fact. Rose and John, you did some pretty good guessing the last time, and you have a 6-0 lead, 15 for a victory. Time to talk. What would you like to talk about? I'd like to talk about Ed McMahon or meatballs.
Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon or meatballs.
Okay, we're going to talk about Ed McMahon, and
Sure.
John's going to go first.
And John goes first. Step to the line, then. All right, John. If you're all ready to go, let's get this game going. 20 seconds. Talk about Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon, okay, he's on the Johnny Carson show. He's his sidekick. He's a funny guy. He's on NBC with Johnny Carson. Ed McMahon, he's a person. He's a father. He's an actor. He works on the Johnny Carson show. He was a pilot in the Air Force in World War II. He's a big guy. He's got glasses. He just laughs. He sits on the couch. He's on the Tonight Show with Doc Severinsen, and he just laughs at Johnny Carson's jokes. And he sits on the couch, Doc Severinsen, and they had an NBC Burbank Studios, California.
Okay, time's up. That was a good run at him. 3 clue words. There's still 7 left on the board. The more clue words you can get off the board, the tougher it is for your opponents, Rose. You ready to go? 20 seconds. Talk about Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon, he's Johnny's sidekick. He sits beside Johnny, laughs at his jokes. He's married. He just adopted a baby. He tells jokes. He's funny. He's an actor, a producer, a director. He has lots of money. He lives in a mansion. He's married. He's a father. He's Johnny Carson's sidekick. He's his partner.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at 3. Stuck on 3 clue words, 3 points. Let's see how our champs do. Can they steal those points away? We'll find out. Paul and Chris, you can have a bit of a feast here because you're going to look at 7 clue words. 7 words they didn't say, and you can steal these 3 points away. What were they talking about? Announcer, hears, sweepstakes, mail, bloopers, star, search. 3 points.
Is it Ed McMahon?
It is so. You got the 3 points. Yeah. A man who knows television. Yeah, you got to know that. All those shows he's on, bloopers, practical jokes, star search. A busy man is Ed McMahon. Walk this way, please. Rose and John, put the headphones on. Do some listening. Score is 6-3 right now, and both of our teams know that we give credit for forms of a word, but not for synonyms. And for example, we'll give you credit for jumping, and jumpers, but not for jump and leap. All right? Let's see how you do in the talking department. Gentlemen, would you like to talk about dolls or, and I put this in quotes, Dallas? Dolls or, and in quotes, Dallas.
I'd rather talk about dolls than
Yeah,
you choose.
I don't know anything about Dallas.
Okay, dolls.
Dolls it is.
Yeah.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, then. We're going to talk about dolls,
Dolls?
Wayne, and I'll go first.
Very good.
Okie
You're
dokie.
ready? You're at the line. You're set. 20 seconds. Talk about dolls.
Dolls, they're a children's toy. There's a rag doll, stuffed doll. They go back a long way. There's rag doll, Raggedy Ann. There's G.I. Joe. There's all sorts of dolls. They're toys for girls. There's Barbie doll. There's Ken doll. Dolls are like animals and stuffed. They're animals. They're little babies. They whine, they cry, they sing, they dance, they pee their pants, they talk, they wind them up, they let them go. Ma, 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 ma. They do all sorts of things. There's all sorts of different kinds of dolls.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All of the above. Chris, come on over here. Let's see how you do. There are still 5 clue words left up on the board. The more you can take off the board, the tougher it is for your opponents. 20 seconds. Talk about dolls.
Dolls are made out of wood. They're made out of china. They have batiks. They have blue eyes. They wear little suits of clothes, girls' clothes. And babies have dolls, and little girls have dolls. And dolls are pretty, and they're decorative, and you have them in collections. Collectors collect dolls, and dolls have limited editions, and dolls are in the marketplace. They're toys, and girls have dolls, girls have dolls.
Time's up. All righty. We'll leave it at 5. We'll leave it at 5 clue words. All right, 5 points. This will give you 8 if you can hang on to those points. Let's turn off the music in your opponent's headphones and get them out here and see how they do. Rose and John, come on over. 5 points. Yeah, you can steal them away. It'll give you 11, which will be a nice lead in this game. See how you do. Here are the 5 they didn't say. Tell me what they're talking about. Play, cabbage, patch, dress, walk. 5 points. It'll give you 11. What do you think they're talking about?
Doll?
Dolls, right! You got the 5 points. Yeah. Cabbage Patch doll. You. They walk, they talk, they do other things. Yeah, we found out. You're right. Yeah, the Barbie was up there, and the Cabbage Patch dolls. 11-3. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we have to make one mention though. You know, for those of you at home who are sensitive. Not only girls play with dolls these days, but boys do too, but we only have room for 10 words. Did they buy that? We have to take a break right now, and for sure we're coming back. We'll see who wins this game, all right? Come back.
You're watching Game TV.
Experience the fast-paced action of television's popular game show with Pressman's home version of Talkabout. Now available at a toy store near you. Let's get back to Wayne Cox.
Well, it's time we recap the scores for you, all right? How are our champions doing over here? Well, they have 3 points up on the board, and they got a long road ahead of them. And let's see how the challengers doing. 11 points on the way to 15. John and Rose, congratulations. Now, John and Rose, you're going to do a little bit of talking, so come on out and see me, and you put the headphones on. Chris and Paul, and do some listening while we see how we do in this round. Boy, you're close to that 15 and a victory. Let's see how you do in this important round. What would you like to talk about? I'd like to talk about Hansel and Gretel or Rex Harrison. Hansel and Gretel or Rex Harrison.
Okay.
What would you
I'll
pick?
go first.
Are you sure? I would like to.
Okay,
And
you
who'd
go
like to
first.
start
You
first?
I'd like to.
What would you like to do?
Hansel and Gretel, and
Sure.
I'll talk.
And John's going to go first. All righty. See how you do, John. You have 20 seconds.
Okay.
Talk about Hansel and Gretel.
Okay, Hansel and Gretel, a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale nursery rhyme, and they ate a gingerbread house, and the witch wanted to bake them up and eat them, and Bugs Bunny does a parody of them, and he's the wicked witch, and they wanted to put them in the oven and eat the gingerbread house, and then they were in the forest. They're German, Hansel and Gretel, Hans Christian Andersen. It's a fairy tale, it's a nursery rhyme, and eat the little kids, and they run away from home because their parents were mean to them, and then they get the...
Time's up. That was a good burst there, John. You got 6 of our 10 clue words. 4 left. Rose, come on over here and clean up. Now, you have more than enough as it stands right now. You can win the game if you hang on to those 6 points. You get all 10. You get the 10 points. Give you the game. $500 bonus. Most importantly, though, you want to get as many clue words off the board as you can. 20 seconds. Talk about Hansel and Gretel.
Okay, Hansel and Gretel are characters. They're boys, they're girls, they're little children. They're female, male. They're characters in a fairy tale, Mother Goose. You read it to children. They ate candy. The witch brought them in to eat the candy in the forest. They were little kids. They got really full. They got sore stomachs. They're the witch, the bad witch.
We'll leave it at that. It was a good try. 6 points. As I say, it's enough to win the game for you. Let's see how they do. Paul and Chris, they're going to try and steal these points away from you. See how they do. It'll give you 9 points. There's 6 up for grabs right there, all right? You're going to see 4 that they did not say. Here they are. Brother, sister, lost, crumbs, 6 points. What do you think they're talking about?
Hansel and Gretel?
You got it, and you got the 6 points. Brother and sister, and they got lost, and they put the crumbs down to find their way back. John and Rose, you danced around that. You had children, you had boy and girl, and you didn't hit on the brother and sister. Well, it's our list, you see. That's the way it goes. You want to take a walk? You have 11 points. You're still in the game. Well done, Paul and Chris. Now you see the importance of getting those important clue words off the board. Let's do some talking now. What would you like to talk about? Talk about camels or Siberia.
Siberia, camels.
Whoa.
Camels.
Now there's a
You go
choice
first.
for you.
Okay.
Camels or Siberia. And who wants to go first?
I'm going to go first, Wayne. We're going to talk about camels.
Very good. You're at the line. You're ready to go.
Okay.
20 seconds. Talk about camels.
Okay, camels are a mammal. They're an animal. They got 2 humps, 1 hump. They're called dromedaries. They're called the ships of the desert. They live in Africa, Egypt, Cairo. They come from North Africa, Africa. They live in South America. There's alpacas, the camels. They got mouths. They spit. They got long eyelashes. They got cloven hoofs. They drink a lot of water. They don't need to eat a lot. They eat garbage. They can do anything. They ride around Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, have a look, Paul. Yeah. Oh, boy. You're scary. You know that you are scary. Trade places with your partner, Chris. My word. Now, we have a situation here where you could leave it at that and win the game. However, if you get that last word off the board, you get the 10 points, gives you the game, and an additional $500 cash bonus. Chris, 20 seconds. Talk about camels.
Camels chew their cud. They spit. They store water in their hump. Camels have 2 humps and 1 hump. There are 2 types of camels. Arabs wear camels.
Yes! You got it! You got it! Yeah! Well done! Congratulations! We got a perfect 10 up on the board there. May I congratulate you? It is not done very often, but when a team gets rolling, hard to beat. You got the 10 points, gives you the game, the $500 cash bonus. Congratulations to you. You're heading to the bonus round, but now we have to give some bad news to your opponents. Rose and John, come on over here. You probably could feel the floor thundering, I bet. They got a perfect 10. They got all 10 of our clue words, and just for your information, here they are, animals, ship of the desert. The Arabs ride them. They got 1 hump, they got 2 humps, and you've got yourself a game to take home. How's that? Our Talkabout game, we give you that as a parting gift along with this applause, and we thank you very much for being with us. Rose and John, a good game. You had a good game. Thank you for being here. As for Paul and Chris, yeah, well, that's kind of nice. Pick up an extra $500 in cash. See if you can pick up another $2,000 in our bonus round, maybe a fabulous prize, too. Our champions go to the bonus round right after these words for you at home.